Good evening. Our news summary for this Monday, the 4th of August. In the youth component within the framework of the CGSOE Games 2025, two young representatives from each of the CGSOE member countries, Seychelles, Comoros, Mayotte, Réunion, Mauritius, Madagascar, and Djibouti, met this morning as part of the Youth Assembly to discuss the environmental challenges facing their generation. The theme chosen by the group, climate change. The current president of the CGSOE, Hibo Mumin Assowe, officially opened the Youth Assembly. Each participant presented detailed information on the effects of climate change in their country, the factors exacerbating the situation, and concrete recommendations for addressing these challenges, particularly in the context of small island states. Seychelles was represented by Johan Aglaé and Mel Payet. In her presentation, Ms. Payet discussed local climate-related realities and emphasized the need to strengthen regional cooperation to better protect the environment. The CGSOE Youth Group expert, Birgitta Janvold, then explained the next steps in the process, specifying that the youth's contributions will serve as a basis for concrete proposals that will be brought to a decision-making level. This was the first official activity of the youth component within the framework of the CGSOE 2025 Games. The Court of Appeal is hearing 7 new cases in its second session this year. The second annual session of the Court of Appeal began this Monday morning with a hearing of arguments in 8 cases. Among the cases being heard are a constitutional case brought by Sindhu Parekh, a criminal case, and 6 civil cases, including one concerning the sale of the former Plantation Club Hotel. These cases involve individuals and businesses challenging previous court decisions. The court will hear these cases until Wednesday, and judgments in the remaining 7 cases are expected to be delivered on the 18th of August.
Although we do appreciate the withdrawal of appeals and agreements to settle matters in court without wasting the time of court, it would have been better if this court was intimated of the withdrawal before the appeal briefs were prepared, which is both time-consuming, unnecessary preparatory work for us and our staff, and also an expense to the government. I am pleased to note that in the remaining 7 appeal cases, both parties have filed their main heads of argument. Be truthful to your clients. In the event you find they have a hopeless case and no chance of succeeding in pursuing an appeal, rather than think of the monetary gain you can make. Sometimes lawyers are guided only by their ego, regardless of doing justice to their clients, which is not advantageous to anyone and which only lowers their estimation before the court.
The SMSC, in collaboration with its partners, is putting emphasis on security to ensure all trips by sea for the Feast of the Assumption of Mary on La Digue next weekend are safer. This is because of strong winds and rough seas which are persisting during this season of the southeast trade winds.
In preparation for the Feast of Assumption of Mary celebration on La Digue, the Seychelles Maritime Safety Authority, SMSA, together with the National Information Sharing and Coordination Center and ISCC, held a press briefing this morning to outline safety measures for the busy travel period. Captain Daniel Adam, Chief Executive Officer of SMSA, highlighted the steps being taken to ensure public safety.
Vessels below 7 meters in length and jet skis are prohibited to cross from Mahe to Praia during the festivities, and the crossing shall only be done during the daylight hours. This is from sunrise to sunset. And due to the weather that we are having, the inclement weather we are having, we are prohibiting crossings if the wind force is barefoot 6 or above. This is equivalent to 24 knots wind speed or above. This includes gusting. The vessels shall be limited to carry their carrying capacities. This means that everybody crossing in these vessels need to have proper seating inside the vessel. They should not be sitting on the gunwales, and they should also, especially for young children, be having life jackets on the young children. Okay, the crossing prohibition from sunrise to sunset is specifically for vessels planning to go for the festivities themselves. Does not include vessels doing commercial trade or fishing vessels going out to conduct actual fishing activities. We are not restricting any of those. They have their own requirements for safety reasons.
Authorities are calling on all sea travelers to act responsibly to guarantee a safe and smooth celebration of Ladig Feast 2025.
Gender issues in the workplace, recent regulatory updates, port procedures for detecting illegal gas imports, and guidelines for advising clients on import protocols are key topics that the Ozone Unit within the Department of Climate Change and Energy, DCCE, shared with customs officers and clearing agents. This was during a 2 half-days workshop held by the department at the National History Museum with the aim to provide insights into best practices and strategies to promote balanced gender participation in this vital industry. Seychellois author Peter Lalonde officially published his 6th comic book titled The Plateau Dosier. This was during a ceremony held at the National Library. The Plateau Dosier was published in collaboration with the SFA, and the goal of this comic book is to educate children on the necessity of protecting our ocean.
What makes today even more significant is that we are not simply launching a book, we are launching an educational journey. Starting today, copies of ZAC and the Mahe Dossier will be distributed to primary schools across Seychelles. It is our sincere hope that through ZAC's adventures, students will not only be entertained, but also inspired to become informed stewards of our ocean and its living resources, shaping a brighter future for our marine environment.
And this brings us to the end of this news summary for this evening. Have a very pleasant evening.